Excuse me. All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please, disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Hello everyone, Professor Kagan here, and within the last few hours, some news broke from the website known as Bloomberg, and I'm sure you've heard they are once again reporting news about a supposed 4K Nintendo Switch revision, or, as we all know it, the Switch Pro. I'm just gonna say that I'm tired of this, right? Like, at first I wanted to buy into the hype, like so many credible people were getting behind it. There were all these articles from Bloomberg themselves, numerous leakers were getting behind it, like Nate Drake, for example. And it just hasn't materialized in any real form. And E3 this year was when I decided that I myself wasn't going to buy into the Kool-Aid any longer. But we have yet another article. I'm sure you've seen it by now, but I will go over a little bit of it. The report is that a few companies, even Zynga, the people who did Farmville, them for some reason, they and other publishers have dev kits for a 4K Switch. Now, we do have the Switch OLED, which is coming out in like a little over a week, but we have no news on a supposed Switch Pro. This isn't shocking to anybody. Now, earlier this year, Nintendo had responded to another article, also from Bloomberg, that they shut down any idea of a 4K Switch coming. People are sitting here thinking, I don't know, Nintendo has said there's been no revisions before. In particular, when they were talking about the 3DS XL, they denied one existed, and then it was announced a week later. This is a little bit different, because they have another tweet that I've had up here since the beginning of the video, where they restate, as they said in July, there is no plans for a new Switch model. And again, people are like, I don't know, Nintendo, you're trying to pull a fast one on us. I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. They from their Japanese investment account, yeah, there's no Switch Pro. There isn't one, and it's time that people accept that. There just isn't one. They're not making one. You get a Switch with a better screen and doubled storage, which isn't even that much. It's 64 gigabytes. It's still kind of terrible. So, what do we do with this information? That there is no Switch Pro? I mean, I can't deny I'm disappointed. I felt since the beginning that the Switch was underpowered, as is most recent Nintendo hardware. Now, of course, there's all sorts of reasons behind this. The philosophical design of the console, their philosophy of console design. They use tried and true, cheap parts. They may not necessarily be up to date or powerful, but they work, they're reliable. Backwards compatibility is often a factor. That's one of the reasons why Wii U had a PowerPC processor, to maintain backwards compatibility with Wii. Its graphics chip is actually not backwards compatible with Wii. There is a chip on the Wii U's board that acts as the Wii's graphics chip. And it's for this reason that the Wii U kind of has, well, it's not the only reason, but it is one of the reasons why the Wii U isn't exactly a powerhouse. I like to use the phrase coined by the developers of Metro Last Light. It has a garbage CPU. This is just par for the course from Nintendo at this point. You may get to see other Switch models that are different colors. They may have different storage options. You may see the current Switch phased out in favor of the OLED model in a couple years, but Nintendo has made it clear that they want the Switch to last around 10 years. And they are going to do that in every way except for upgrading its base power. They'll give you a better battery life, they'll give you more storage, they'll give you a better screen, they'll fix Joy-Con drift without telling anybody about it, but they're not going to give you more power. It is just not going to happen. It's been this way for almost 20 years. Power is just not something Nintendo considers nowadays. That's why we're still getting cloud games. So, I think it is absolutely time to put Nintendo Switch Pro to bed. It doesn't exist. Thank y'all for listening. I'm Professor Kagan, Professor Inigo Only. Y'all take care.